The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi, making real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in all 50 states. You get $20 free with promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, promo code SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, no the guy. It's me, really Ralph, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. First day on the pod for me this week. Currently have the Laces and the Mist unrivaled 3-on-3 women's basketball league. Mist came all the way back, and the Laces are now up 3 with a target score that is, what is this? Math in public. 9 points in sight for them. So it's coming down to the wire. Only up 3, 9-point target score. Watching that, got a little bit of NBA on the screen. I turned off the Memphis and the Minnesota game. But somebody who was on the show this week, Lonte, what's going on?
The Pacers didn't come through for me. The under in the Hornets game did. So we were almost 2-0, but we'll take the 1-1.
Hey, they got the cover. The Pacers did get the cover, plus 6.5 points at home against the Houston Rockets. Yeah, man, that Charlotte defense has been really crazy recently. It's crazy that the one time I bet the opponent team total under is the game that, Cooper Flag goes off and they score all these points. And then after that, 106 to the San Antonio Spurs and 95 tonight to the New Orleans Pelicans. So I was bad luck in that game for them. That time, defensively, let's get into it. We've got a number of games to talk about here on the slate. One game we do not have a line for, so probably won't get to that one too much. Maybe we'll get some general thoughts about it, but overall, got a whole slate to break down. But first, I have to remind everybody that the Sports Gambling Podcast is giving out 60 bets for Super Bowl 60. So make sure you go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast and lock in on those 60 bets. 60 bets for Super Bowl 60 over there on the Sports Gambling Podcast. Make sure you check them out wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube. All right, Lonte, let's get into it. First game on the docket, we're going to have the Denver Nuggets on the road going to play the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are laying 4.5 right now. 225.5 is the total. Injury report. Let's get that up. And we have here for the Denver Nuggets, it looks like they are going to be without Cam Johnson. We knew that. Christian Brown is when that wants to update, there we go. Christian Brown's questionable for the game, and seeing if he's going to be able to go. He's going to be able to play. He hasn't played since, what is this, the 9th? Yep, he has not played since January 9th. Aaron Gordon's out with that hamstring, as we know. So could be getting Brown back, could not. We know Jokic is back in the lineup. He had the big game last game. LeVert is questionable with an illness for the Pistons. So Detroit laying 4.5 here at home. Lonte, what are you doing?
Hey, man, I think that the Pistons are a really good team. I think this will be a really good test to kind of see where they are. Obviously, with the Nuggets missing key pieces, it's a little bit deflated as far as, a good on good matchup. But I like the Nuggets to get it done here. I mean, they played each other, I think, like a week ago, and the Nuggets covered. They were feisty in that game. I think they lost as a 7-point dog, lost by 2 points. And they didn't have Joker. I mean, Murray played well. I thought Pickett was okay. And I think now, being that you flipped the scene, and where you had, and obviously you're adding Joker back, I thought the numbers should have been probably closer to like 2, 1.5, 2, and not the full 4.5, especially with Joker being back. So I like the dog here on the road. I mean, the Nuggets should be able to play through the post. If Duran gets in foul trouble, I think they are really, really trouble because Joker will pretty much do whatever he wants on do. But when they play those guys together, think that's a really big advantage for the Pistons. So I like the road dog here. I mean, they're 17-9 ATS on the road. Um, both of these teams 500 the last 10, so playing about the same basketball. But I like Denver in the game. I think they can be feisty and get this and make this close.
I think it'll be a very big, interesting battle on the inside with Jokic and Valanciunas going up against Duran and Stewart. Yeah, man, this is a good game. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think this is a pretty good game. I think the thing that makes me questionable about Detroit is just that the fact that they played this game recently and Denver was able to make that a really close timeout that game earlier, like you said about a week ago, and maybe Denver can go out there with Jokic out there and have another really good outing. I know Alderman offensively is going to have a really good game plan going, and I think that's the thing I'm concerned about for that Detroit defense in this one. Yeah, the Pistons have been good to me, but I think Denver's a tough matchup. I could see this being a close game too still. Yeah, I'm with you. Give me the Nuggets. I think they get it done. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get to the next game on the slate. Oh, well, first 225.5 is total. What do you like there?
Detroit is typically a half court type of team. They don't really play, fast pace. And Denver, even with Joker, they still play at a moderate pace. Both teams want to play in a half court, so I think we see that kind of game. I think where they scored 111 last night against OKC, and obviously Detroit's defense is not on that level, but I do think that they match up well. You talk about with the two big lineups, and that's something that has given Joker trouble in the past, especially with Minnesota. So I think both teams will be able to, wall up and play defense, play good defense without fouling, and that leads to fewer possessions. So I think we see like a rock fight of a game.
All right. Pistons. I don't know. Something. I don't know. I trust this offensive scheme of Denver, and I know that Denver's defense has been bad, and the Pistons can put up points, and I think that's the mindset of, hey, if the Pistons are in this game or get the win, the covers because they play defense and the Nuggets don't at this point. Pistons team total over would be interesting. I would just go over for the full game, honestly. I think I trust Denver's offense to be able to find it with Jokic back in the lineup. I think that Denver's offense is going to keep rolling, so I like a full game over for me personally. It's up 226 already. All right, let's get to another game here. Utah on the road going to play the Indiana Pacers. Hold on, Lonte. Let me find the drop. These two teams are a combined 28 and 71, Lonte. Combined 28-71. My Lord. Indiana's laying. Lonte, I just input this line before we went on air because Scott couldn't find the line when he did these. It was 3.5 then. It is now 4.5. Laying 4.5 with the Indiana Pacers. 236.5 is the total now. Injury report, and we have Nurk out, Keontae George out, George Niang out, and then the Pacers played earlier today. Well. You have, let me find the second leg of back-to-back stats for the Indiana Pacers, but the Pacers are on the second leg of back-to-back, and you got Utah on the road where, not too many times you want to bet them on the road, especially with a short number like this. So What are you doing here, Lonte?
I like the Pacers, man. I mean, they just been playing better. Tonight showed they were feisty. I think they were up by a certain amount. I forgot the exact amount, but they were up. And then Houston kind of put their foot on the gas and they went up double digits, and they flipped it right again. So, I mean, they're playing hard. They're being competitive. They're really competitive at home as well. Yes, they are. But if you count tonight, they are 16-11 ATS at home. And if you remember,
Mm.
Utah won this. They won a crazy game, 152-128 back in November. So obviously, it's a little bit too far to talk about revenge, but if that's something that you want to buy into, fine. But the Jazz 3-7 ATS the last 10. I mean, they're doing what the Jazz want to do. I'm really not interested in backing the Jazz when they're on the road, more so at home in a bigger dog spot. So it's Indiana or nothing for me. They are playing really well at home, and despite not having basically any of their guys to start the year, they've still been extremely profitable at home, 16-11. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that to the bank, and I'll take Indiana.
I will like to say that there is some propaganda with the Utah Jazz and their performance on the road. They are 11-12 ATS on the road this season. So, I mean, a game under 500, this Utah team has been able to figure it out and cover games. And they've been really, really good 26-24 against the spread this season. It has been great as of late. I understand they figured it out last time against Toronto, got the cover, and it was a little ugly and some time before that. Mm, no Nurk, no Keontae George. I don't know. Even with games like this Utah team just finds a way. I still got Laurie Marketing that's playing in this game. So it's not dead. There's hope. Indiana's been solid here at home. Second leg of back to back, Indiana's 3-4 ATS this season. Mm, I could see it going either way. Maybe Utah blows it, a close one. Maybe an Indiana 1-10. Shout out to Scott. You know, that's a Scott type of bet. I think an Indiana 1-10 would be interesting, saying that hey, they come out here second leg of a back to back, redeem themselves after a really good showing at home, but it probably doesn't look the best, and maybe Utah gets the cover. 4.5 points, laying it with Indiana just doesn't feel good. I'd rather just take it. Give me Utah plus the 4.5, but I do think it's close. I think it's a very close game. It's a toilet bowl, taking the points. 236.5 is total Lonte.
Styles, well, as far as from a total perspective, the Jazz have been more so over teams because they don't play defense. The Pacers play with a lot of pace, and their numbers say they're an under team, but their pace and how they playing now is totally different from what they have been playing with those other guys in. So it would be over or nothing for me. I can't bet an under in a game that had what 200 and what 90 or 80 points in a game. I can't go
Mm-hmm.
under. I can't go under.
My concern is a lot of people that don't play defense for Utah are not playing in this game. Uh, Only concern there. I feel like Utah defensively quietly has picked it up the past couple of games, and Indiana's been solid. Second leg of back to back. I kind of want to go. Something in my gut is telling me under here. No play. Something in my gut is telling me under though. I just feel like this is a lower scoring game. Both of these two teams play ugly, look ugly, and it's like 110 to like 107, something like that. But uh, sneaky under game. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like the sneaky under game of the day for me. All right. Before we keep going on with the slate, gotta make sure I talk to the people about Ava. Make sure you head over there. It is the best sports betting tool that helps you with spotting arbitrage and plus EV opportunities faster than the competitors, and it all keeps you organized in one place. They have a very, very, very clean dashboard to use where, hey, it's super easy to understand and learn about arbitrage betting and finding a way to place bets so that you can try to lock in a profit every time you bet. So head over there to AVO. And also, if you're unsure, check out their free Discord, AVO Official. That is AVO Official. Just head over there, pick up, and hey, avo.bet, avo.bet for promo code SGPN. That's $18 off. avo.bet, promo code SGPN, $18 off. We're also brought to you by Kalshi, real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. Kalshi has a bunch of trading options for the big game, Super Bowl. You can go trade size, totals, props, and even the halftime performance. I'm going to have to get down on that. Actually, I need to get on Kalshi and see what price Shembrea is to be the first song that Bad Bunny does at the halftime show. I have been pretty good in this market. I'm not going to lie. Over time, I've hit Bitch Better Have My Money. I've hit, what was it that Usher did? I think it was it Superstar? I think it was Superstar that it was. Or like that, yeah, the intro to Superstar, something like that. My pick this year, Shembrea. Bad Bunny. Lonte, you may not know this. Bad Bunny is a huge WWE fan. And when he had his match in Puerto Rico, it was a Puerto Rican street fight. He came out to Shembrea, and that place was rocking. Rocking. And so that is the perfect song for him to come out and make another big entrance on the biggest stage of them all again. I'm picking Shembrea. I don't know what that price is, but I got to go find it on Kalshi so I can trade it. Make sure you get on Kalshi and trade stuff too. New Kalshi customers get $20 when you use that promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. All right, what's next? My New York Knicks are on the road. I'm going to play the Washington Wizards. Fun fact. I don't know how many years ago this was, but I was in high school. This was the first NBA game I ever went to. Went to the Wizards and saw the Knicks play. Knicks were not nearly as good at all. Nowhere near as good, actually. Knicks laying 13.5 to 26.5 is total. Injury report. And we have for these two teams, it looks like the New York Knicks. Mitchell Robinson is out with an ankle injury. Deuce McBride also out with an ankle injury. Anthony Gill is questionable with the right hand contusion. Trey Johnson's out with the ankle injury as well. Lonte catching 13.5 with the Wizards. What are you doing?
I've been betting the Wizards, I think, for the past 2 or 3 nights. Has been paying off. Got the win with them against the Kings Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. That was yesterday. Yeah, Sunday. They covered for me against somebody else. I can't remember who, but they've been pretty good lately. I mean, they're 6-4, ATS the last 10. Credit to the Knicks also for turning that around. I mean, it looked dark. I think they lost 9 of 11 before this current streak. It looked really dark for them. And obviously they're in the Giannis talks right now, so kind of got to be careful with that. But I still don't trust them on the road. 8-15 ATS on the road still. Although they're playing well, they did win by 17 in November again, long time ago. I think the Wizards will be able to junk it up. Sarr's been playing really well. He should be able to man the paint. They're not going to play a lot of drop coverage, which Jalen pretty much owns everybody that goes in drop coverage. So I like them to kind of speed the Knicks up and make them play a little bit faster than what they want to play. Now, it kind of gets shaky at the end where they let go of the rope if they're within striking distance because they've already won a couple. So maybe you want to go early, like first half, first quarter, and then kind of get in and get out. But I do like the Wizards to keep it close, though, so I'll take the 13.5.
Yeah, Wizards have kept a lot of games within this number. 8 of their last 10 games, they have found a way to keep within this number. The Knicks have been able to extend this far in 4 of their last 10. Both teams are playing pretty good ball, though. The Knicks are on a 6-game winning streak, and I believe they've covered in 5 of those 6. I think 5 straight here, 5 straight covers for them. Depends where you got the line in some of these games. It is a lot of points. It is on the road. Knicks have not been as good on the road this season, 8 of 15, but they're playing really, really good ball right now. And they've been able to handle teams. They covered 14.5 against the Sacramento Kings. That was at home. This one's on the road. I'm with you. This Wizards team has been really solid, and this is just a lot of points. I think the Wizards probably cannot look their best and still find a way to lose this by 10. So I'll go with you. I'll go Wizards with you, actually. I'm not laying 13.5 with the Knicks. They'll embarrass me. And the last time I had the same mindset about the Knicks, they lost outright to the Sacramento Kings. So I feel good about this. I will take the Wizards with you, plus 13.5. Way too many points. Even though the Knicks have been playing great ball. 226.5 is total. What do you like?
To me,
I think you're still on mute.
Oh, am I still?
There you go. I got you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky for me with the total because I think you got to go over if you like the Wizards because they're going to speed the game up. Knicks want to play a little bit slower in the half court, so if you like Knicks, I would go under, but I'm going to go over because I like the Wizards, and I do think that if it comes to shove, like the Knicks will be efficient in the half court, more times than not versus, getting more possessions. So I think they'll be impactful, possessions if they're limited. So I would go over.
Give me under. Knicks have been pretty good to under recently. Lakers on the road. I want to play the Brooklyn Nets. Lakers are laying 8.5 on the road. 222.5 is the total injury report, and we have for the Los Angeles Lakers. Austin Reeves is on the injury report, questionable, calf injury, and Bronny is on the injury report, questionable with the leg injury. I know you're very sad to hear about Bronny being questionable, Lonte. Brooklyn really should have had Scott on the show so y'all could talk about this game. Zaire Williams is probable, and Noah Clowney is probable as well. So, I'm torn because I see it. I watch the Brooklyn Nets get up in games and look competent in games, but I also know the Lakers to kind of do what they do against bad teams and beat Dallas, beat Chicago, blown out by Cleveland, beat the Wizards, beat them by 31, I think it was, and then you lose by 12 to the Knicks. So, I know what we're supposed to do here, but something's still telling me to get on the Brooklyn side of the ball here, Lionel.
It's easy, man. You got to take Brooklyn. I don't care what is going on. I can't bet the Lakers. Not with the way that they have played, number one, and some of the, interior kind of in-house things that they got going on with the reports about LeBron and all these different things, man. I can't do it. The Nets have also been playing well. I mean, that's number one. That's number one. They've been covering games. They obviously got smoked by I think they got beat like 130 to 77. But again, that's going to happen with bad teams. But despite that, I mean, they've covered 3 of the last 5. 5 of those they played 5 straight on the road. Obviously, the Lakers are on their Grammy road trip. This is their 6th straight road game. The Nets are actually 12-11 ATS at home, so they're profitable at home. Too many points. I like Brooklyn. It's going to be a lower scoring game. Brooklyn's going to junk it up, make it a low scoring game. I like Brooklyn. I wouldn't be surprised if Brooklyn won it outright.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. I really do want to be on the Nets. I really, really do. I do not trust this Lakers team. I don't. I am terribly afraid that this is just one of the games where the Lakers just put it on a bad team though. I really am. Maybe Michael Porter Jr. comes out, has a really big game, but like, and I mean the Nets really can lose a game, man. They really can. I'm gonna just chalk it up to they want to do have a better output than a 77-point game, and that's what I'm just. You want to go back out there. You want to have a better output than a 77-point game. They lost that game to the Clippers 126-89, and they came back out, didn't beat the Phoenix Suns on the road, but they did cover 102, 106. Right now, they're just coming off of a game where they lost to the Detroit Pistons 137-7. So I hope that it's a better effort. I'm with you. I'll take the Nets here plus the points, but I'm nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie. Lakers 1-10 would be my hope that they just don't go out there and just completely destroy the Nets. 222.5 is the total. I think I will go under. If I'm on the Nets, I think that they're going to step up defensively and not look horrible. So give me under.
Really at all. So their only is to make this game low scoring. I think they scored under 100 points in 3 of the last 5. The Lakers don't play defense. That's kind of a counter to that. But they just, I mean, the Nets don't want to run. Really can't score any way. So like half court, full court, in transition, like it doesn't really matter. That makes it a little bit easier on the Lakers, but I think the Lakers are more prone to play half court as well. So I like under, regardless of the outcome. But I do think the Knicks keep it competitive, and I think it's a low scoring game.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right. What's next? On the docket, Miami at home, welcoming the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks catching 4.5, 239.5. I'm sorry, 239 is the total. Injury report, and I've got Kristaps Porzingis. He is a questionable for the game. It's very good. Okongwu is out. Jovic is questionable for the Miami Heat, and Tyler Hero's out. And Norman Powell is a questionable with personal reasons. Yeah, so it's really easy here. Heat are a favorite. I'm taking the Hawks plus 4.5. I actually feel good about the Hawks about this either way. This is about the point in time where I expect the Hawks to begin making their push in that second half of the season, getting themselves back up to 500. Yes, they came coming off of back-to-back losses here to Houston, to Indiana on the road, but right before that, they got a win against a very good Celtics team. And that was the second time they were playing that Pacers team, so I really don't want to get down on them too much. I think the Hawks have been playing some pretty decent ball coming down here in the stretch of January. They got some quality wins, beat the Suns, beat the Celtics. So I think this is a spot where Miami, it's a clear spot. Miami's at home, they're favored. This is not a spot this is normally where they let down. Give me the Hawks plus the points, make this a close game, maybe even win it outright.
From to take the points with Miami, then lay it with. I mean, take the points with Atlanta, then lay the points with Miami. I mean, they split a 2-game set this year already. Miami won the most recent one. They won by 15 in Atlanta as a 3-point dog. The 2 losses are concerning a little bit, especially being how they played out. But you know, Atlanta's been really good on the road, better on the road ATS than at home. They're 16-12 ATS on the road. And Miami's been kind of they played the Bulls 3 games, you know, in a row. So I don't know how much you can take from those. I think they were 2-1 straight up at ATS in those games. So I kind of like the matchup from a matchup perspective. I like Atlanta a lot more, especially what they're able to do, you know, at the guard spot and how they're able to defend Miami's guards or lack thereof. So I'm gonna take Atlanta with you. I think it'll be a close game. I feel like these teams play every other day, so I don't see a reason why we can't get another close game here. So I'm gonna go with
sounds
Atlanta.
like your sounds like your play-in matchup at some point. 229 and a
Pretty
half
much.
is total. I still like over. You like the over here?
So, I mean, the matchups have been kind of forth as far as over under, but the number is about the same. I think it landed 237 in their last meeting. So yeah, I think both teams will be able to score.
All right. Let's see here. Let's talk about one more. Chicago on the road, one play Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks are catching 3.5 at home. 225.5 is the total. Injury report. Whoa, whoa! Don't do this to me, man. There we go. All right. Injury report, and we have for the Chicago Bulls. Remember, they did just make the trade, and they walked out of the trade with Dario Saric. I don't really know uh, if he's going to end up playing for them, but there you go. Josh Giddey's out. Jalen Smith is a questionable. Kevin Herter is a questionable. And Julian Phillips is a questionable as well. Milwaukee, of course, we know no Giannis, no Gary Harris, no Kevin Porter Jr. Well, it's pretty much looking like the bad news bears in this game, but what you got here, Lonte?
I'm looking at it like this. I said this on I think last week's show. You got to just keep fading the Bucks. I mean, they've not covered in 8 of the last 10. They just don't have any life outside of a couple of sparks here and there, but like in pockets of the game, not throughout the whole game. So I don't trust anything about the Bucks. Now again with Chicago, we just talked about them. They lost not Miami, to Miami. So not a ton to take away from that. But I think we see more points, a lot of tempo. Both teams like to get up threes. So I would go over than anything, but this is a disgusting game.
Yeah, over sounds like the play, and just like, some random guys in this game just start going off, and we remind ourselves that NBA players are NBA players no matter what part of the bench they're at. Like, that's what this kind of feels like. I think Bobby Portis is interesting in this game because he really doesn't have any resistance on the inside, so he can really do a large part of the scoring. Bucks are at home. Could you convince me that this is a Bobby Portis take over the game, get it done type of ugly, nasty Bucks win? Yeah. I don't know. I just think the Bulls are better though. Give me the Bulls. Ugly game though. I agree with you. I like the over a bit more. All right. Let's see. Before we get to the rest of the games there, gotta talk to the people about Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you head over there to Underdog. You can pick higher or lower your favorite player's fantasy stats and win up to 5,000x. They have you covered for the big game as well. Choose a player and reveal whether you've unlocked a gimme pick, followed by a boost builder tied to the big game. So make sure you check it out. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They're gonna have you going for the big game. They're gonna have things going in the NBA as well, college basketball. Make sure you get down on all the action over there on Rhythm. Super easy to sign up. You can run your models, and you can run your models off of Rhythm's models of data and how they're data-driven models, or you can make your own models. And hey, maybe you value offense more than defense, or maybe you value fouls or free throws and all of that. So make sure you go check that out. Promo code SGPN25 for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, promo code SGPN25. All right, let's close things out here, Lonte. We have 4 games left to talk about, as I did get a line on the 76ers already. Boston is on the road going to play the Dallas Mavericks. Celtics laying 7.5 on the road. 223 is the total. Injury report, and we have here for the Boston Celtics. I think it's funny that they had to report they're not sure if Jason Tatum's going to be able to come back this season. I think we all pretty much knew Jason Tatum wasn't going to play this season, but except Boston fans that convinced themselves that he's Superman and can come back from this injury that nobody's coming back from this far, this soon. Like, okay. Clean injury report for the Celtics outside of that, though. Brandon Williams is a questionable. PJ Washington's out. We know AD's out. So Boston got back in the win column against Milwaukee and against the Kings after losing to the Hawks. Blew them both out. I think that's probably partial reason for this line. However, on the other side of the ball, Cooper Flagg's been really good. This team has found themselves competing in games. They lost by 4 to the Rockets. They lost by 2 to Charlotte. And a lot of that was both in part of Cooper Flagg having a 49-point game and a 34-point game. So really, can Flagg keep them in this game against Boston? That's really what I'm thinking. Is Flagg going to be able to compete and go out there and keep them in this game against Boston? I think the lack of rim protection has me to think that he's going to be able to get off the dribble, get to the rim, and get some easy buckets and really help and keep this team in it. And so I'm liable to say take Mavs plus 7.5 here. What do you like, Lonte?
Yeah, I think you just broke the game down for us both. I completely agree. I mean, I love the Mavs. The Mavs have been feisty. They've covered 7 out of the last 10, and more importantly, they've covered a lot more numbers in this span, like this past 15 to 16 game span with this kind of point spread. Being at home, they've been playing really well. You saw the fight with the Laker game; they were down, I think, 13 or 14. They came back and took the lead. Now they didn't hold on to that lead, but again, we don't really care about that. We care about them covering the 7.5. So I really think that the Mavericks are a bet on team. The Celtics' lack of rim protection is going to allow them to get downhill, spray out the shooters. I would expect Nembhard to maybe play a little bit more, because he's able to get downhill and he'll get to the paint, draw 2, and kick out. So I like the Mavericks a lot, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of be in position to win this game. I'm not sure if they want to, but yeah, they should be in a position to cover the number at least.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Boston really can run the score up here, but something about Flagg's just been hooping recently. I don't think I want to fade that. Plus, you ain't got to sell me too hard on not taking Boston. I am interested in Cooper Flagg's points because I do think that, that lack of rim protection for the Celtics, I think that's really going to hurt him here, and I think he's going to be able to get to the rim at ease. Orlando on the road, going to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder laying 7.5, 220.5 is the total. Still no Franz Wagner for the Orlando Magic. J-Dub is still out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Isaiah Hartenstein is a questionable. And then we have Jay Will coming off the bench, a questionable for this game as well. And Chet Holmgren is a questionable as well. And then we've got Ajay Mitchell, who is out. Okay, A lot of variables here. The Oklahoma City Thunder trying to figure this thing out. They've been 5-5 over the last 10 games. Not necessarily where OKC normally is, being a high power covering team, but I mean, the Orlando Magic haven't been trustworthy all year at all. 19-29 against the spread for the Orlando Magic this season. 8-16 on the road. I mean, 12-14 at home for Oklahoma City Thunder, but that sounds way better than 8-16. Not gonna lie to you. They're just coming off of that road loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Didn't cover the number there. I think they lost that game by 9. OKC's been it hasn't been the greatest. But they did get up against the Oklahoma City Thunder last game out. They did cover that on the road, laying 7.5 here. Lonte, what do you want to do here with OKC?
It's on the board, man. I love OKC. I love under. I think the OKC defense is going to really take control. If you look at historically, and I know this, NBA is not really a historical thing you want to look to because of some of the things that go on as far as rosters, but both rosters have kind of been intact past 2.5 years. So if you look, they've scored 100 points or less in 4 of the 5 matchups against the Thunder, and the Thunder have just held Denver at home to 111 points. I don't think that the Magic had a firepower to kind of score, especially on the road. OKC, back home, they've been, like you said, up and down over the past month and a half. I think they're kind of just waiting to get to the All-Star breaks so they can kind of reset and get things back in order.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando here, so I like Orlando and I like under.
All right. Yeah, I go with OKC too, just because it's hard to trust Orlando. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna bet this. I wouldn't be surprised if this is some random OKC. I mean, Orlando get up game in just a horrible spot where I would have bet them. But and so maybe this means you probably should bet this game because I'm not gonna bet it. But yeah, I'm with you. I just think OKC is just like I always just find myself leaning to OKC figuring it out, and I just have so many reasons not to trust Orlando. Whether it's the output on the road, whether it's the inconsistencies, whether it's the fact that I don't trust anything they have going on the inside. Uh, if Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren both play, I think both of them can have a really huge impact on this game. I think that they're not going to win the battle on the glass, and it's going to be OKC's battle on the glass, and they'll get their second chance opportunities, and they'll probably put up threes in those second chance opportunities. And so, yeah, OKC, lay points. Not the best feeling about that either. It's just how I see things. 219.5 is total. I'll take under because I think OKC defensively is going to step up. Although I do like the offensive rebound chances for OKC, I just don't think that the offense would be enough to carry the total. So give me under 219.5. Lonte. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you still on mute?
No, my bad. It might be just my computer. It needs to be restarted. But yeah, I like OKC and under. My bad. I said Orlando and under earlier.
Oh, okay. All right. Where are we at? Next game on the docket. Let's talk about the 76ers. They are laying 3.5 on the road, playing right now, dominating the Los Angeles Clippers. Laying 3.5 on the road against Golden State Warriors. 231.5 is the total. What is the Golden State injury report? So you have Philly on the second leg of back-to-back. Golden State coming off rest. Hold on. There we go. All right, injury report for the Golden State Warriors, and we have. It looks like Steph is going to be out of the game. Seth is also out. Jonathan Kuminga is also out. Moses Moody is a probable to play. Any interest in the Warriors at home without Steph?
to bet on for me as well.
I can't hear you. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think the Warriors are a team to bet on with or without Steph. I just think they got a lot of turmoil, similar to, I mean, in a lower landscape, similar to what the Lakers have got going on. They got the Kuminga stuff going on. They got Draymond being Draymond. Um, I just can't trust them. I mean, and the Sixers are one of the better, I think the best actual road ATS team. I think 14-5-1 or 15-5-1 or something like that. So they should get murdered in the paint. Like 76ers should murder them in the paint, whether that's Drummond, whether that's Embiid, whether it's Maxey getting downhill, VJ getting downhill. Like they should be, 60 plus points in the paint. So I like the Sixers to get it done pretty easily here.
Sixers 8-1 on the second leg of a back-to-back this season against the spread. This could be the possible bet for me where I'm willing to bet this right now while this game is going on because this line should grow over the course of the night. They're absolutely destroying. It's up 21 in the second quarter. Hopefully they don't do that Sixers thing where they completely fold this in the second half again. But if they go out there and look good, I mean, I've been a proponent of I like this Sixers team way more when Paul George is not playing and they give away the Paul George minutes, and Jared McCain's gotten them some pretty good early minutes and 3 already in the game. Hopefully he goes out there, plays really well. But I like this Sixers team without Paul George way more than I like him with Paul George. And so with the 25-game suspension that I didn't get to talk about because I wasn't on the show yesterday, but like it's just hilarious that we're talking about Paul George and how horrible he was playing all season, and he says whatever he says. This was horrible. This is a horrible look for Paul George and a season that he was already looking horrible, and now he's got a 25-game suspension. So Philly been very, very good on the second leg of back-to-back. I will take them again here against the Warriors. I don't want no part of the Warriors without Steph. I think Philly's going to be able to roll here. So I will take, and especially if Embiid actually plays, probably doesn't play, but like even if he doesn't play, I still like him. So give me the 76ers, get it done. Laying 3.5. That total's at 231 right now. I would say over. And I just think it's going to be one of those ugly games. One of those ugly games where it's just a bunch of points scored.
Yeah, I kind of think it's going to be an ugly game, but I like just not a lot of points being scored.
I feel it. I'm expecting like big Maxey game, big VJ. Probably get like somebody weird on the Warriors side of the ball that has kind of a big scoring game. All right. Last game. Let's talk about the Suns on the road going to play the Trailblazers. Trailblazers catching 3.5 at home to 17.5 is the total injury report. And we have for the Suns, it looks like, come on. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Boom. And it looks like for the Phoenix Suns, they are a game time decision tag on Jalen Green. Questionable if he's going to be able to play in the game. We know Devin Booker's out, Chris Murray is out, Jrue Holiday is a questionable with game time. I'm not game time. A questionable with personal reasons. Scoot Henderson is doubtful for the game, but that is an upgrade for him. Denny Abdia is also doubtful for this game, so it looks like they're going to be without him. No Matisse Thybulle. Yeah, no Denny Abdia, so that means we're just going Suns, right?
Good. Under 100 points in 3 of the last 5. I like their team total under. I like the full game under. Suns have been, steady with Dylan Brooks still, manning the ship. So I like Suns and under. I think this is going to play out to be like a 104-93 type of game with the Suns coming out on top.
You gave me more. I would say like 99 to 89 type of game. Give me the Phoenix Suns to be able to get it done on the road here. They've just been really, really solid. Yeah, they've been really, really solid. Drew Holiday questionable as well. Like these are all the pieces that kind of help make the Portland uh, team go. So until I know a little bit more about Portland's injury report, now if you tell me Portland had a completely clean injury report and all those questionable tags played, if you told me that you were interested in Portland, I wouldn't be mad because they're playing pretty good ball. But like that Phoenix defense, I know is going to show up. They continue to just find ways to just grind out and win some of these games as well. So I like them to just have another decent spot here on the road. And defense travels. That's how they get it done in an ugly, ugly game. First to 100 wins. I like Phoenix here, laying 3.5. I like under with you. And I think that's it, Lonte. We've done all the games on the slate. That game tips off at 11. Jesus Christ. So, lock, dog, underdog. Lock, Lonte, what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's go. Let's just keep it nice simple. We're going to go with another under. We're going to go under, I think it's 219.5 with OKC and Orlando. I don't think Orlando gets to like 95 points. If they do, it'll be probably a miracle because I think OKC will be able to control the game from start to finish. The only issue I have is OKC might score like 30, but even so,
Mm-hmm.
I like the under. I think they'll do just enough and get those guys out of there and rest up for. I think they got a big game before the All-Star break, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot to look, but yeah, under 219.5 for OKC and Orlando. For the dog, give me plus 240 Dallas. I think live to win that game outright. They are going to be really feisty. They'll continue to be feisty. They'll attack the paint. They can defend the three a little bit better than what most teams can have been doing against Boston. And we all know Boston's a volatile team, so a couple misses here and there, and who knows what can happen. So I'll take the home team who's been feisty and staying in game late. Hopefully they can get it.
All right. I have watched this line go up over the show. I think it's going up for a pretty valid reason. So I will take for my lock the over Denver and Detroit Pistons over 227.5. Yes, we are up to 227.5 now in that one. I will take over in that game. I think that, yeah, I could see this being a 230s line. This Denver offense with Jokic is back. I think that their defense is still horrible. I don't think the Pistons are going away. Should be the game of the day. I expect to see a lot of points. I take the over. For my dog, give me the Atlanta Hawks plus 155 on the money line. Get it done. Heat is a favorite. Gotta fade it. Underdog Fantasy. Let's see what we got here in Underdog that we can cook up real quick here, Lonte. Anything on your mind?
Go PR higher, and then I like Flags
You
points
said
higher.
who?
Portis PR, Bobby Portis PR, and then Flag. I like both. I know you had mentioned those in your handicap earlier.
Yeah, I do like Bobby Portis. Yeah, we could take PR. 28.5. Higher. It's a little rivalry between that Bulls and Bucks team, so I think Bobby Portis can do his part. Running flag back is at 21.5. It's not bad. Yeah, good flag.
He could probably get like 13,
Higher.
14 to attempts.
And then last play, and I will say it goes to Luka. Because it's 32.5, and I just don't think the Nets are going to do anything to stop him. And I mean, come on, Luka walks into 30. So we just need one more three at that point.
That's a fair point.
Luka Doncic, higher, 32.5 points. Cooper Flag, higher, 21.5 points. Bobby Portis, higher, 28.5 points and rebounds. Add that all up, it's going to be $6x, $100, $600 over there. Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Not say anything else before we get up out of here.
And good night, everybody.
All right, he's at XX Lonte XX on X. I'm at really real __ at SGPN NBA. YouTube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast. And give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get those podcasts. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are